wetland will be sensational. And this can be applied to any school, really. This is a large area, but even smaller schools can adapt these same sort of principles. It's working with the environment.
As Innisfail slowly started picking up the pieces, stories of courage began to surface. But none more so than those of the children who watched in horror as Cyclone Larry tore through this town, destroying their homes, their farms, and bringing families to their knees.
The drive home to my own house was just really shocking to see all the damage the cyclone did do. The house was just a biggest mess.
I still think about it nearly every day, sort of like you see things sort of still destroyed and that. You remember it, remember how bad it was.
And they went taken by the hand and led through fields of naked land where any preconceived ideas are blown away.
Since the 1870s, 22 cyclones have impacted on the Innisfail region. None have carried with them the frightening force of destruction like that of Cyclone Larry. In a matter of several hours, Larry wrecked an area half the size of Tasmania.
Lost everything, all the memories, everything just gone in like 45 minutes of just wind and water.
The images that came out of Innisfail shocked Australians as they watched helplessly as people's homes were destroyed, crops obliterated, and livelihoods shattered before their eyes.
It wasn't really good to see Mum and Dad really stressed out. It was very daunting through the whole process. Going back to school, on top of all the labouring that we had to do at home to fix our house, yeah, it was very stressful.
We went back to the house and assessed the damage, which was pretty full on. Then, yeah, they demolished it. It was sad. I went through a rough time. I had lots of support, but just knowing that I lost everything, like all my memories, all my school photos. Don't take anything for granted. If you have something you value, cherish it because you can lose it in like that.
Well, the time has come. Old glamour boy number 2 has got to go and do a photographic shoot for the Women's Weekly in Hawaii.
No way! If you could say any parting words from the little time you spent with us, what would you say?
Thanks to Scotty, mate. Thanks for all your help.
Come on,
What is going on?
No, thanks to all you guys. It's been awesome.
Yeah, get out
Good to
of
meet
here.
you,
Couple of
mate.
days.
Good to meet you.
It's been great.
Cheers.
I'm emotional.
It's clear you were
You're
playing.
emotional. What about me?
Area, believe it or not, there are 500 plants going to be planted by our volunteers, not by me alone. We're clearing this area out with the machines, which we started to do. In front of this bird hide, we want a sense of enclosure, so we're putting some larger Indigenous trees, like things like Stenocarpus and Campaniopsis. We're going to step that through to some of the lower growing shrubs, and more towards the water's edge, of course, we're going to introduce some of our water plants.
Just be yourself any way that you want to.
Now get back to class.
In here through the door, my favourite room in the house. Here we go. The dunny. How are you, Kev? We're going to tell these people why we're here.
Yeah.
Now, Kev is a Year 12 student here at the school, and you're doing your apprenticeship, plumbing apprenticeship right now, which is fantastic.
Yeah, it's good, eh?
Now, what are you doing here, mate?
Yeah, just reducing the water for toilet, just dual flush instead of the old single flush.
Fantastic. So we're saving water.
Yeah.
Now, this is part of the Australian Government Water Fund, and it's a community water grant, which is fantastic. It means that the government are going to provide funding across Australia to any schools who want to start conserving more water. So we're flushing less, using less, and And of course, we're one of the only countries in the world that uses drinking water to flush our toilets. So we've got to start conserving more of it. So this is a good thing you're doing, mate. Well done.
Yeah, it's good.
Beautiful. Can I get out of here now?
Yeah, if you want. I'll finish up.
Well, we certainly have pulled all our resources in here. We've got the art department and the woodwork department working on these fabulous nesting boxes. Now, we've got some for possums, which are the larger boxes. We've got gliders, bats and even birds. Now, in 2 of these very special nesting boxes, we have got the ultimate educational tool. Have a look in here. We've fixed in 2 little cameras, and that's to observe what's happening in the nest. No funny business. That usually happens outside the nest, but all the waiting and the sitting and the gestation period all happens in here, and this is going to be a live feed back to the classroom. It really doesn't get better than this in education.
Center of attention is living on the edge.
Now, these big guys are the posts for the timber structure that's going to bridge the science lab with Nigel's paving. And as you can see, they're quite massive and they're running right through the wetland area. There's going to be a deck, there's going to be some viewing areas, there's also going to be some experimental areas. It's going to have handrail coming through. You walk down here, can look either side of the wetland and straight up onto Nigel's paving. Now, as soon as we get all these posts in the ground, we're going home, so we've got to get stuck into it.
Just be yourself.
We've had a lot of volunteers on this job, and the boys from Solar Span are no different. They've donated the product and their time in putting it up. Now, this gear is like a cool room material. It's got foam in the middle, profile on this side, and it's all flat inside the actual building, so you don't have to gyprock it, and they just clip together, so there's no setting of the joins. Now, it's cooler in summer, it's warmer in winter, it's all got the insulation properties, and then inside here, the kids are going to have a great time in the science lab with all the Solar Span gear around them.
Well, it's all happening down at the bird hide. I've got Cheyenne and Corey working tirelessly to get some of our bold foliage plants in. We've got 2 massive swathes of texture near the bird hide. And in this case, what are you planting, Cheyenne?
A native cardamom.
Native cardamom. Look at these kids go. And what are you planting over here, Corey?
Alpinia.
Alpinia. They're such quick learners and such hard workers.
Well, we're right into day 3 and we've still got a heap of work to do. Now I've finished my paving, I'm getting into everything. I've got the butterfly house to set out for, and then next to that, I've got a pad to screed for the barramundi, and then another pad over there for the rainwater tanks, and then I'll just keep going, maybe into the boardwalks or something. And the good news is that it's a bit warmer today. The heat's really starting to kick in. So's the humidity.
The way that you feel could never be real. I want you to know I finished the deal, so I'm saying to you, I'll always be true to the rhythm inside.
Months have passed since Cyclone Larry tore through the town of Innisfail, destroying everything in its path and literally crippling the township.